Chelsea news. Hello there friends, how you all doing? I hope you're doing well. That's the wrong way around. Hello, welcome back to Football Therapy with me, host Jan. I do hope you are I can't talk. Alright, let's recalibrate. How you doing guys? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, host Jan. I hope you're all doing well. I'm trying to give up coffee for a bit so the brain isn't functioning. Anyway, welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on Football Therapy where I talk about what's being said about the Blues, giving you my opinion, but more importantly, asking for yours. Now, there's 3 stories today, not a day to not have drunk my coffee. Jorginho's agent wants new contract talks with Chelsea, despite him turning 30 next season and having a good 2 years left on his deal. Interesting. Olivier Giroud about to step into Milan for a deal that's nearly £2 million, free money. Well done, Chelsea. And also, could Chelsea be looking to gazump Manchester United for their signing of Camavinga, the round superstar? Ooh, maybe. Settle in, subscribe if you're new. Hey, only if you want to, friends. But if you choose to, hit that all-important bell notifications icon, drop a like, etc. Right then, let's start with the big Frenchman, Giroud. Allez, allez, allez. Right, guys. I mean, I've talked about Giroud quite a lot recently. You know the score. I've spoken about how, important he's been for Chelsea since signing, and he's been very much a cult signing, a cult hero in many ways. I'm going to quickly stroll on through a Sky Sports article talking about this news story. Hold tight. Olivier Giroud is closing in on a permanent move to AC Milan. The A club will pay Chelsea a £1.7 million fee for the France international striker. Giroud signed a 1-year extension at Stamford Bridge last summer, and the club took the option to extend it by a further year in June. Yeah, Chelsea did the 1+1 option should he perform well so they can flog him for a few quid. And yes, it all came to pass. As first reported in Sky in Italy, the 36-year-old France international is set to travel to Italy for a medical before signing for Milan in a €2 million deal. The Serie A side are set to pay an initial fee of €860,000 (€1 million), plus another €860 in add-ons, depending on how the player's appearances and the club's qualification to the next Champions League group stage goes. Yeah, so I think it's pretty much if he's plays a lot of games, which I think he will. Giroud is often fit and available for games, and should he be scoring, and I think he will score goals in Serie A, and they qualify for the Champions League, which they absolutely should do. Tomori at the back and Giroud in attack. Milan got to qualify for the Champions League. You know, that old chestnut. I think we'll get the full amount. Arsenal sold Giroud to Chelsea for £18 million in January 2018, 6 years after signing him from the Ligue 1 title-winning Montpellier side for £10 million. The striker has scored 39 goals in 119 appearances during his time at Stamford Bridge, winning 3 major trophies, including the Champions League title in May. Superb! Not just 3 major titles, including the Champions League, but also being an integral goal scorer in our run to secure top 4 under Frank Lampard. So loads of good stories, and 39 goals in 119 appearances is not bad at all. That's like 1 in 3. For a striker that's like a link up and, good at helping the wingers and, all that kind of gear. And considering as well, the majority of those appearances were off the bench, he's probably got, and I'm pulling this out of the air, he probably is better than 1 in 2 for starts. Probably. Which is incredible, really. It's an elite return. And I'm happy with that. So should you be. Anyway, this looks like the end, fellas. The next time I report on Giroud, I think he'll probably be holding up a Milan shirt. I just wanted to talk about this story because it says we're making about 2 million on him nearly, 1.7. Pretty good considering he was just going to walk away for free. That will help for the wage bill. Very good. Right, before we talk about Eduardo Camavinga, let's talk about Jorginho. That's right, mine and your metronomic regista Jorginho, who's having a sensational European campaign with Italia, of course, reaching the final against the mighty Three Lions. Italy probably go into that game as favourites to win. Now, Jorginho has been great for Chelsea, although his agent does like to talk. In fact, He never really stops talking. He talks sometimes about him going to Juventus to play for Sarri. He talks about him maybe making a return to Napoli one day. He talks about offers from other big European Galactico clubs like Jorginho. You might want to go. We get it. You either want to get an agent's fee and sell him to a Euro giant, or you want a bumper new contract and an agent fee. I suppose this is their job, right? Anyway, I'm going to be citing an article from 90 Min to see what they're saying about Jorginho and his little chatty agent. Jorginho's agent has revealed he's been contacted about the midfielder's availability, though his priority is to secure a new deal at Chelsea. The Italian has been one of the standout performers at Euro 2020, with some even claiming he deserves to be in the running for the Ballon d'Or after reaching the final of this summer's competition, little over a month after being crowned a Champions League winner. And that is reference, of course, to the fact how Chelsea are champions of Europe. With Jorginho's stock currently the highest it's ever been, his agent João Santos was asked if there had been any contacts from other clubs about a possible move away from West London. And despite confirming there had been an approach for at least one unnamed club, Santos added that the priority is opening up talks with Chelsea director Marina Granovskaya over a new deal for his client. Yeah, loads of people want him, mate, but look, we want to stay at Chelsea. Money. We want money. We want more money. We want a new contract. Money. Chelsea. We want to stay at Chelsea. Quote, yes, there has been contact from other clubs, but our first thought is to speak to Marina Granovskaya about the renewal, he told Radio Marta. This is certainly a very important moment in his career. He has been waiting for 20 years. I appreciate João Santos hasn't got a posh accent I've just put on, but I am absolutely not going to put on an Italian accent for problematic reasons. While Santos' comments seemed to suggest Giorgio was intent on staying at Stamford Bridge beyond this summer, the agent then went on to cast doubt over his client's future by discussing how sought after the midfielder is this summer. Quote, today, Jorginho's valuation is around €50 million. If a team arrives, obviously he has made it to many finals. What a funny thing. He didn't say many titles, he said many finals. Which is true, I guess, because he got to the League Cup final and lost. He got to the FA Cup final and lost. So he's adding, like, you know, a couple of finals over the titles to, like, beef it up a little bit, do you know what I mean? Maurizio Sarri worked with Jorginho at both Chelsea and Napoli, and he believes the midfielder's qualities often go unnoticed because he makes playing the game seem so effortless. Quote, he's a refined player, probably not understood by everyone. You have to set your eyes on him and only watch him in the game. He is so good and intelligent that he makes everything seem easy. Rarely anything spectacular remains in your eyes. This is its greatness. Yeah, it's true. He very much is the metronomic player, Jorginho. Something that I've always said and defended him in times. But you know what? I'm going to be completely transparent and honest. At times, Jorginho has frustrated me. In games, he has looked like the wrong option. Is that his fault? Maybe not. Maybe that's the tactical approach, or needing a different tactical approach for the opponent, and we've still got this same type of player in the midfield. So that's probably my qualm with how Chelsea have played at times, rather than the player himself. Jorginho is a specialist, and what he does, he's brilliant. You know what? He's probably the best in world football. And that's awesome. And it's superb that Chelsea has him. Now, he will be 30 in the middle of next season, or the first half of next season. And he will have a couple of years left on his deal. So when you say a contract extension, I think probably a pay rise, like maybe a new 3-year deal or something like that. That probably makes sense. So he ends up having an extra year on what he's currently got, but he gets more money. He probably deserves that as a senior player, and of course as a really important player for Thomas Tuchel. So we'll see what happens there. Of course, let me know your thoughts on this situation with Jorginho. To be honest, I think he's happy to stay at Chelsea, especially with Thomas Tuchel and the team around him. It's just his agent wanting him to get him more money, which is fair enough, I guess. Anyway, we move on. Let's talk about Eduardo Camavinga. The teenage sensation from Ligue 1 that made his debut, I think, when he was just 16 years old against Paris Saint-Germain, I believe. Ever since he's hit the big stage, Camavinga has impressed. Yes, only 18, very, very young, but already a lot of first-team football experience, which is really, like, a lot to be said for that, you know. Initial reports suggest Manchester United are closing in on the young French player, but more recent reports suggest that Chelsea might be interested in swimming on in or swooping in or whatever term you want to use, and stealing, hijacking, or as this article says, gazumping Man United to the signing. That would be exciting. We're going to be referencing and citing an article from Team Talk, and let's learn about it together, friends. Chelsea ready to gazump, quote, nailed on Man United deal for midfield sensation. Chelsea have reportedly joined the race to sign run midfielder Eduardo Camavinga, who has looked certain of a switch to Manchester United this summer. The 18-year-old is expected to quit Rennes this summer. Given that he is just 1 year remaining on his contract in France, the Liga outfit are looking to cash in on the Frenchman rather than potentially lose him on a free transfer in 2022, with the bargain fee of €30 million being mooted. €30 million, decent. That's what we sold Tomori for. Yeah, £26 million, thereabouts. 27. Some have suggested that the deal is all but done to take Camavinga to Old Trafford. However, Rennes have so far refuted those claims. Now Le Parisien claims that Chelsea will provide competition in the race for Camavinga's signature. Indeed, they are already thought to have made direct contact with Rennes. With top young talent Billy Gilmour packed off to Norwich for the season, Thomas Tuchel wants another body in his engine room. And pause. You send away Billy Gilmour, who's 20 years old now, who has experience in English football at the highest level all over the gaff, to bring in someone a couple of years younger to play over him. That doesn't sit right with me. Like, really, if you brought in, like, I only get it, like a Declan Rice, who's older than Gilmour and has been playing in the Premier League as a starter for a long, long time and has, you know, loads of international experience and stuff. And this is not me saying I think Declan Rice is a better prospect than Camavinga. I'm just talking about in the context of Billy Gilmour. You know, you're sending Billy Gilmour away for experience, but you're going to bring in someone younger with no experience in the Premier League. Doesn't make sense. Camavinga certainly has the presence to thrive in English football, despite only scoring once in 39 games last season. His all-round game would develop further in the Premier League. United and Chelsea are not the only clubs chasing the player, however. Both Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid are monitoring developments, with the former already lining up a swap deal. Camavinga, who has won 3 senior caps for France, has been named for his country's squad for the upcoming Olympics. Now, man, I've watched a bit of Camavinga, like, on clips, I'll be honest. I might have watched a Rennes game here and there. He looks like a great young player. We played Rennes in the Champions League, didn't we? Anyway, he looks like a great young player. It doesn't sit right with me as to replace Billy Gilmour, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I want to put it out to you guys. Comment down below your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on this potential Camavinga deal story. There are links. We'll have to see if they're legit. We'll wait it out, and of course, I'll report on it here on Football Therapy. So make sure you keep it locked, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notifications icon. Alright, friends, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. Drop a like on your way out. Enjoy the football. Peace.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.